What is good? What is good? What is good? What is good, guys? King C. Joshua, Trade Lord himself, come to you guys live right here on video. Um, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I believe my last video on my YouTube was the 28th of last month, so March 28th, and it's now April 13th. So let's get into it. And I'll be going over um a few of my pairs that start be going on. What I'm looking for in the next week, and mainly with this video that's going to be titled my thoughts on Bitcoin right now, currently. But before this, well, yeah, let's get all into that right now. Let's go right into Bitcoin right quick. All right. So I pull up the monthly. Now, if you watch my past videos, you should know what these lines mean. So my pink line here is the monthly market structure, right? There's also a pink line up here too as well, but it's being covered by all the other lines and stuff because we all have the same high right now. And as you can see, Bitcoin has been we made that all-time high right here when we were at around 73,000, right? And right now, Bitcoin needs a pullback, right? To order to continue going up from this point, especially if we're being far away from the 20 MA on the monthly, it needs to pull back. And where I'm thinking this thing is I'll be pulling back to, at least, it's definitely looking close to the break of structure point on the daily for now. So this is the current daily break of structure point, which is around 51,000, 50,000, and that's where I'd be really, to really sum it up. That's where I'd be looking to take, well, not take profits, but actually add trades on to continue higher, so we can potentially go to the 100K, right? Um, so that's monthly. Weekly, we're up structure. This is point A, point B. Um, on the weekly, we currently have let's see. Yeah, right now we're currently at a 23.6 retracement so far. But I'll see if it will come down. Like I said, looking to get right here where this 20 MA is, and that's the daily breaker structure point, this yellow line. So, oh yeah, let me just get into that. Pink is month. The week is purple. You have the orange line is basically daily, and we also have the blue line, which is the 4 hour breaker structure. And then I have red lines for the 1 hour breaker structure. And the 1 hours is where I look for entry and stuff. I don't go really lower than the 1 hour, but you can get really technical with it too as well. But for my strategy, the 1 hour is where I aim to shoot. But I use all time frames above the 1 hour to basically see market direction, right? I want to see the overall direction. If I have, for instance, if I have like the monthly here is up structure, the weekly is also up structure, and the daily's up structure, that's at least three of the four horsemen. And because I do include the 4 hour too, as well as four of those horsemen, to basically have a vote on direction. And since we have monthly, weekly, and daily up structure, that cancels out whatever the 4 hour is doing, which is currently down structure. So the 4 hour right here, currently down structure on the 4 hour. Move this right over here because this is, look for the last two candle formation, the highest point. So the highest point is, we have 287. Yeah, 287, yeah. So that's the highest point right there at 287. And then this is the low. And now it's just pulling back. Well, I'm looking for this market to do, like I said, we're going to need a pullback on the month, and that is synced to what's happening right here on the weekly. That we can get beyond a 23.6 retracement, we can get a 38.2 or come down to that 50. And daily as well, because daily right now currently we're doing a 50% retracement so far on the daily, but if we don't break this high, we're gonna come down and possibly come, around here. I'm looking for the daily to break structure, but see if we get that right. We had big news on April 20th, so you gotta watch out for that. And that can shoot the market right up or shoot the market right down. But currently, we're looking to go down. Um, yeah, so 4 hours down structure. Really just waiting for this 4 hour to break structure back up since the overall direction is up. So this is just a waiting pair. These are, past, a couple trades that, again, I don't take every setup, right? I mark up every setup. I mark up every setup, but I do not take every setup. Big difference. And then sometimes I trade against the setup too as well. And I'll show you that a little bit. Um, that's just part of my strategy, part of my probabilities, stuff like that. So 4 hour is currently down structure. So I'm if the 4 hours down structure, I'm not even going to the 1 hour or any lower. I'm just gotta wait for the 4 hour to break structure here, and then we can go down the 1 hour and look for entry to go into the overall bias direction. That's simple. That's basically my strategy. Um, so for this pair, I would just say wait for 4 hour BOS break a structure to abbreviate it. All right. Now I can get into. Oh yeah, and I have something similar here on CHF JPY. We have up structure. Weekly is also up structure. We have daily. Hold on. Yeah, daily. Yeah, daily is also. Well, it's not up structure. It's down structure right now. Point A, point B, and we're looking to go down. We're 4 hour structure is also currently down structure as well. So basically, I have up structure, up structure, down structure, down structure. So when I have a mismatch like that, when it's two against two, overall we're not doing anything. And I only have it as a 4 hour break of structure because when the 4 hour break structure, then I have the 4 hour up, the weekly up, and the daily up, and that cancels out the down structure on the daily. And I'm looking for up bias on the 1 hour to take, make the next move up. And I also have an alert here on the 4 hour break of structure that states, 1 hour break of structure all aligned, set Robin trap. That's the name of my strategy. Right way. So that means right way. I mean, I'm going with the strategy, the actual. I'm actually going into that direction. I'm not trading against this the setup, and I'm risking 0.15 percent risk. Reason to have four wrong ways in a row. So basically, what I mean by that, not getting too in depth with my strategy because there's a lot of work into it. If you want to know the full strategy, hit me up on Instagram, Kingsley underscore Trade Lord, and then Facebook, Kingsley Joshua, and then we can get in contact. And I do have a mentorship program, which I charge around $700 one time fee. $700 one time fee for mentorship, right? you get me as your coach. We go on Zoom, and I basically just like this. I tell you, I show you my strategy. I teach you it in depth detail because I'm not going to cover everything on this video. But yeah, that's overall what I'm looking for. 4 hour breaker structure, and then we're looking to set things up to the upside. Um, monthly. Well, this is NZD CAD. This is another pair I trade. And the monthly, we have down structure, well, up structure on the monthly. Since we broke structure over here, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I'm counting the wicks. So when the wick, this wick right here, took out that wick, I count that as a break of structure. You have the 2K formation right here, and that's the break of structure. Now we're just down structure. We're just doing a nice pullback. We'll see what we can get. Yeah, we have these moving averages against us. So yeah, it can push down further, but we're still up structure on the monthly. So we're gonna see what we get from that, and then we're up structure on the daily too as well. I mean daily too as well. But the weekly, we're point A, point B is similar to the month, and day structure. We have the 2 candle formation here. This is the high. Last 2 candle formation. What I mean by that is the yellow, which yellow, these yellow candles are both by yourself, by themselves, by themselves. They're covering blues, covering blues. And then you have 2 candle formation right here. This is the lowest point. So that is the daily breaker structure. And we did not break structure. We are currently still in up structure range, right? And so for this one, I'm waiting for the 4 hour to break structure. Right now, we are down structure. We had this high. Last 2 candle formation was here. We broke structure here. And currently, this is the situation right now. We just did a new low. So this is the last 2 candle formation from this low right here. And now this is the 4 hour breaker structure point. And as you can see, we had a couple, nice rallies up here. If I go down to the 1 hour, these now again, I did not take these setups all these setups, but we had this win, this. So we have one, two. Let's see, because I did take advantage of this one. I know that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because after this win, this is when probabilities come in factor. I had this loss. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I got involved in here, lost that one, and then this one went straight up, and that would have been a nice win right there. So yeah, we took profits on that one. Now we're just waiting for another breaker structure on the 4 hour, and we're looking to go the wrong way this time because I had uh, 4 wrong ways and then a right way. So chances are when I get a setup like this, when it goes straight up and doesn't come down to the 0 point again, that's strategy wise. So my students only know what I'm talking about there. Then probabilities on the next setup becoming one of these setups right here are extremely higher. And I'm looking to take that setup, and I'm looking to risk uh yeah, just in case. All right, I did 0.5%. So on this setup, if I'm trading on a 100K funded account or something like that, I'll risk $500 to make $250 on that setup. All right, and then on a 400K account, I would risk basically $2,000 to make $1,000. Simple as that. Yeah, that's what's going on in this pair on NZD CAD. Euro USD. This pair. Hold on, let's see what time I have. Okay, yeah, I got enough time. Okay, Euro USD. Excellent plays. We did get involved in this one right here. and I'll say why, right? So after, yeah, we had this nice win right here. I don't get involved in these, right? After that win right there, if I took this one, I would have lost it because I would have traded against this setup right here. That clearly would have lost tremendously. So I would risk basically if you say 2% there to make that 1%, you would have lost that 2%, but you would have gained that right back on this setup right here and it tapped in and go right back up to the 0 point. So you would have gained 1% there back. And then this one, if you trade the right way again, you would have, yeah, cut from a nice profit there. So I do wrong, right way, wrong ways. This one, the setup that I currently have on Euro USD, the market's closed by the way. Um, it is Saturday. This is that'll be the next setup that I'm taking. I'm looking. I'm not entering here. I'm entering. I'm basically using this setup, and this I'm trading the wrong way because I had this right way, right? And then yeah, so I had this right way, too close together. So I'm expecting this one to do this. I'm expecting this to come down to here, enter, and take me out there. And that's the current setup right there. I'm risking all this to make this. Yes, it's backwards risk reward. Yes, I hear it all the time. But if I know my strategy, right? After this win, this one's going to be a loss after we hit the negative 27, right? So why it's knowing that the probabilities are higher that this one's going to be a loss, I can take advantage of that and risk 2% here to make 1% on this setup. So that's what I'm doing on that one. And of course, if it comes up to here before entering me here, I would delete this entire setup and wait for the next setup. Similar here, but just on the upside. With this one, I had a win here. And then this was after that win. Like I said, after that win, probabilities are higher that this thing will come back down to the 0 point, and it did. I took profit there, and I'm looking for it to do it again. So I'm looking for it not to do another win here. I'm looking for it to just do this, right? Come up, come right back down without hitting the negative 78.6. That's simple. And that is USD CAD on that one. This pair, what are we doing here? Let's see. Yeah, similar to as well. Had this nice win. Then after that win, came right back down. It came close. I gotta say, it did came close because we had this was the setup right here. Yeah, this was point A, point B. Yeah. So this was the setup right here. It did came up. It wasn't draw down quite a bit. It would could have got you scared, a little bit. Oh, I'll lose another 2%. Then what happened? Market came right back, smacking down, and you took profit right here. Right, you entered here, enter there, stop loss here, the negative 78.6 to enter there. Boom, 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 boom. And the only reason I have it like this is because this is the original strategy. Uh, and I just created a strategy within the strategy. So now I just use those as markers, really. Um, yeah, man, make it a game out of this thing, man, and it's profitable, and that's the key factor. That is profitable, right? All right, I got 20 minutes left. Well, 10 minutes left. Let me go back. All right, so this one similar. I'm just waiting for a retest to the 23.6 level, and then this would be an active trade that I can now put a um, basically a buy limit order here, stop loss here, TP here. That simple. So I'm just waiting for this thing to pull back. Right now, it's just doing a bunch of continuations, and it's just impulsing further down. Similar here too as well. I'm actually in this trade. I currently have the trade open, and yeah, we're just in drawdown, but I'm expecting it to come back up here. And reason for that, and also I have a little note to myself up here. I can actually delete this now because that's irrelevant since we are now entered. But I have reason for it because I had one win here, two wins here, and so loss, win, win, right? So I have two wins in a row. This is not counted. This is just marked up. So and then this is a valid setup then because it came down before touching this level right here. We're just looking for it to not to do another third win, but to do a win, and I'm risking 2% to make 1% on this trade as well. And if I lose it, I lose it. I was willing to take the risk, and that's the key factor. You gotta be willing to take the risk. 4 hour, just looking for a 4 hour break of structure. I'm just chilling right now. Similar here. Yeah, the last win was right over here. This setup. This is the win. Ignored, ignored, ignored. This setup I did take, and it went really good. Again, this is the setup right here. Last two confirmation. Yeah, this is the setup right there. Enter there, came right back up. I'm a Fibonacci master, man. This was Fibonacci is what I use to profit in the markets. Market structure is what I use, and that's the only thing I use. And then, of course, I have my MAs for further confluence, but that's all I use. That's literally all I use. uh, yeah, we're just waiting for a 4 hour break of structure too as well here. But I'm chilling out. So I have chill outs. That means I'm not taking the next setup. I'm letting the setup play out. I do have here, so a win. And then after that win, right? What happened? This I could have took advantage of that one, made money. This one would have been skipped. Took advantage of this one and made money. And then I could skip this one. And then when I have four of these in a row, four of these things in a row, then I can go the right way. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this thing to do another one of these, and then I can take advantage, go the right way, and take advantage of that too as well. All right. This one, we're also waiting for a 1 hour break of structure this time. So that means everything should be in line, and which it is. Monthly is up structure, right? Weekly is up structure too as well. Weekly's all the way up here. There's a lot of conjecture over here. We have this high. Last two confirmation was here. This is the low. So this is the weekly low right here. Breaker structure aligning with the daily breaker structure as well. Point A, point B, point C. Let's see what we get. And then we got the 4 hours breaker structure as well, uh, in the up structure. So we have all that, going for us. And 1 hour is down structure. So yeah, it can break the 4 hour, and then we have to wait for the 4 hour to break structure. But again, this is a chill out. I don't even have an alert there. This is just marking up, and then I just come back later. Now this one we're taking advantage of. We're waiting for our actual break structure, and what we're doing, I can see here clearly. We have 1, 2 wins in a row. What happens on the next setup? Or first off, if I took that setup, I could have lost, right? The next setup, after 2 wins, take advantage, and you would have won half of that back. And I'm looking to win the other half, but I didn't. I'm good. So I'm risking. I'll be risking 1% to make 0.5% on this next setup. I'm going the wrong way because I have 3 wins. Yeah, 3 wins in wrong way in a row. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So probabilities are very high that this next pair, this next setup, wherever it is, it can be here or next breaker structure. This ought be ended up like looking like that. So that's what you're looking at currently right now. Also, something similar here, taking advantage of. I have a setup already. Just waiting for it to come up, touch, and then be out. That's simple. That's simple. 3 minutes left. And we're back on Bitcoin. So yeah, that's basically what it is, guys. What I'm looking for in the market, uh, and how I trade, right? And it's been profitable for me, and it's been working very well for me. I love it. And yes, those backwards risk rewards, they do take a hit. All you have to do is just lower your risk. I don't risk just 2% all on every single trade. Um, I know my probabilities. So if I take a nice win of that 2% and that win, the next following, you know, sequence of pairs, I will lower my risk, lower your risk. And I have a whole list here of what options I can choose from. Like I'll risk $1,000 to make $500, or risk $2,000 to make $1,000, or risk $4,000 to make $2,000. I'll do that, and then I can do vice versa too. When we're going the right way, I can risk 500 to go make 1,000, risk 2,000 to make 4,000, and risk 1,000 to make 2,000. I mix it up, play the probabilities, but stay along with market structure. All right. So if you want to learn more about this strategy and more about me, hit me up and let's get going. All right. Peace.